As I reflect on my uncle's life that we celebrated last weekend, one of the notable things about his life is that he kept his commitments. That's not a generational thing. I think that's something that we actually need to continue to foster in ourselves, in the people around us. That when we make a commitment, we keep it. When years ago, I mean, like decades and decades ago, Uncle Bob heard about a woman, a young woman who was a single mom. I want to say that it was somewhere in Central America, but it might have been in South America. He heard about her somehow, reached out to her and said, "Hey, I want to help to take care of you." Actually, paid for her to go to school. Found out that it was a situation with a family, and so he actually put all of the kids through school down in South America, then and took care of them and left this lasting legacy. Has kept up with them for his whole life, and he kept his commitment. He made that commitment to them, and then he kept his commitment to them. And so he would say he has a daughter, an adopted daughter in South America. He never adopted anyone. He just took care of them. They adopted two kids when he was first married. Just was tenaciously committed through thick and thin. Uncle Bob kept his commitments. And I think for us, that's one of those things where, Jesus says, let your yes be yes and your no be no, that there's this idea that as Christ followers, that we are commitment keepers. There was a movement years ago called Promise Keepers for Men, and that we are people of integrity who keep our commitments. When we make a commitment, we don't just back out of it when it gets inconvenient, that we keep our commitments. And I think that's something I want to ask you to reflect on today is, what commitments have you made, and have you kept them? And if you haven't, why? And if you need to do a course correction to get back into keeping those commitments, that you do that. I want to challenge you to do that today, that as Christ followers, we keep our commitments.